bugger. Hello. Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Morning. Hello, inflatable fans, I hope you're all well. So if you were wondering what the hell's all this cycling about in an inflatable kayaking / packrafting video, well, this is what it's about. This is the Itiwit PR500. You might have seen me out in it once and you might have seen my review of it. The one that the machine had, this is mine. And I've been itching to try it for what it's kind of designed for, which is bikerafting. So I cycled about 13 miles out to Benningborough Hall and now I'm going to paddle back to York. So I've got it set up, I've got it hopefully well lashed on. I have the bag that I actually carried this in, the Mountain Warehouse 90 litre outdoor bag. I've used that just as a bit of extra padding on top of the raft here, just to help stop any sharp bits poking through. You know, don't want any punctures, do we now? And I think I've got it lashed on tight enough. Considering this is at an angle, it's not sliding anywhere, so I'm hoping for the best. I am trying out today this phone case by Hiken. It's a Swim Boy, but look at that, it's got touchscreen technology built into it. How cool is that? So I'm trying that out today on the water. I've just slung it in the top there. I've got a couple of other bags attached to the things on here. I've got some food there, and that's just my tech bag with camera bits and pieces in it and so on. So I'll just tuck them in and we'll get launched. Well, I'm floating. Feels alright actually. Just done a bit of a wobble test. I think I'm just going to paddle around this area for a little bit and just see how it feels. So that's where I've launched from. Let's just have a little play. Because if I wobble the boat, yes, it feels a bit more top heavy, but it doesn't feel unstable top heavy. Do you know what I mean? Now, I think I am going to have to do something about my view. Yeah, that can't stay there. That's going to have to kind of drop down, I think. I'll play about and then I'll get going. Right, so I've got a couple more things between my legs than actually planned, but that's all right. I did forget to mention, I have shoved some stuff in the tubes, not much, but the stuff that I didn't want to kind of carry on top of the boat, I have actually shoved that inside the tubes. So there is some of my gear actually inside the boat, which is one of the reasons why I wanted this one, because it's just handy for stuff like that really. And now my view is a little bit clearer. Okay, let's go. Now I have cycled into quite a strong northerly wind today, which means hopefully I should be paddling back into with a more southerly one behind me, hopefully. I have to say, this Packraft does track an awful lot better with having some weight on the front. You can probably tell that from this footage. The flow of the river's a little bit up at the moment, so it should be moving at just over a mile an hour, which should help me along nicely, providing I don't get a headwind. Currently, bizarrely, I'm moving along at 3.9 miles an hour, which is pretty much unheard of in a Packraft, unless you're going downhill. Oh, we've got a launch coming, so I'm going to have my first waves to deal with. Can you see it there between the handlebars? Sounds weird, doesn't it? Woo! So this bike is kind of GoOutdoors own brand, really. I think it's Compass Central or Central Compass. I think it's Compass Central. I reviewed it on my channel quite some time ago. It's been one of the best purchases I made. It's handled the terrain today really well. I mean, it's no mountain bike, but for a foldable bike, it does have slightly larger wheels, 16 inches probably, I'm not quite sure. Bigger than the Brompton anyway, bigger than the Brompton's 5p size wheels. And it weighs about 13 kilos. I just thought you might want to know that so that you know how much weight I've got on the front of the boat, really. And the pack that I had on my back when I was cycling here, that weighed 14 kilos. So the boat, the gubbins, paddle and all the other gubbins that I've got with me, that weighed 14 kilos. It will weigh a bit less on the way back because I've got some water with me. I am going to make a drink, just a juicy one, and make my dinner with that as well, / brunch. It is currently, it's 10:15, and I am going to get hungry. I'm going to do one of those on the water meals, just so that I can drift while I'm doing it, without losing time, without losing distance. From where I launched, the trip to York is about 7 miles. No, then alright.
How's it going?
Alright, yeah, you?
You're more than just a cleaner.
Yeah, you remember me, dear? I have got the wind behind me at the moment, and that is very nice. Thought I'd just show you what it's like. I'm just floating at the moment, and I stopped paddling about 30 seconds ago, and I'm floating along and drifting along at around 1.5 miles an hour, so that's quite a nice assist, really. 1.7, 1.6, oh, it's just dropped down to about 1.2, 1.3. There's an inlet or something there, I've never noticed that before. You can see smoke up ahead. So obviously one of the differences today with not having a skegging is what happens when I stop paddling. It means I spin. All the way round. And even backwards, I'm still moving, and that's fine. Some goslings over there. Now, as you can tell from the sky, it is a bit dark. It's not forecast to rain. It's forecast to brighten up a bit this afternoon. But I don't know how long this will take me. As you can tell, I'm certainly not power paddling. I'm just taking a nice leisurely trip back. I made an executive decision. I'm currently 1.4 miles in. When I hit 2 miles, I'm going to prep something to eat. When I was a kid, I once bought some fart spray from a joke shop down Whitefrigate in Epworth's Arcade in Hull. This area that I'm paddling through now smells like that fart spray. Oh, it really does, just like it. Getting occasional flashes of sun, which is kind of nice. 1.94 miles. Nearly time to put brunch on. Alright, 2 miles in. Let's get this going. Gotta admit, I bought these Webtex bags, dry bags. I haven't water tested them yet, but they feel as though they're going to be alright. I bought them for the Scotland trip, and I really like them because they've got this clear panelling so you can see what you've got in the bag. So I bought 2 from Webtex, and then I noticed DD hammocks do one, so I bought one of those as well. I'm going to compare them at some point. Anyway, side note, as you can see I'm drifting along nicely. I've got Hunter's chicken today. Oh god, it stinks round here. And one of those self-heat bags. I'm tucked in behind my bike wheel. Vassar. So, rip this off. Put that in your rubbish bag. Just got to keep checking I don't drift into anything. Add your food, like so. There's a water line here, I'm just going to fill it up to that. That's about right. And then there's a little seal on this. Peel that back a little bit, roll this up to it, and stick that over. Get the water right underneath into the heating pouch. I just need to leave this flat somewhere on the boat. Oh, I've just tucked it under there, so it's actually more on my bike wheel. This is the bag anyway. While I'm still drifting, I don't know what you think about this. Does it look like I'm really uncomfortable? Because I'm actually not. I'm actually quite surprised. There's a lot of legroom in this craft. Yeah, it's not bad at all. The other thing I brought with me to make use of that water is a fortified, could hardly get the words out there, I think I nearly said fortified energy drink powder. Yeah, it smells like mangoey or pineapple or something. Not sure what that one is. Apple, I'm good. Right, so I need to leave that lunch, which is warming up nicely, for about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes of paddling. Now the interesting thing about doing this for me is, well, I've been just simply prepping that and setting it up. I've done over 1/10 of a mile just drifting. Nice! Right, lunch should be about done, or brunch. We're going posh today. I do quite like these MRE ration packs. The food's good. They come with everything you kind of want. I've still got a load left over from my Scotland trip. Anyway, you can probably see the steam coming out of that. That feels nice. It feels nice and hot. I don't think I've had this Hunter's chicken one. Whoop, gonna crash. Whoop. Whoops. Too excited about food. Yeah, okay, so this doesn't look appetizing. I've already spilt it. But it tastes alright. That's good. Oh, that is good. Bit sweet. Ah. But it's hot, tasty, and it ticks a box. Bit like me. Ah, that was good. Rubbish all packed away. I've even got dessert, coconut biscuit bites. They're alright, these. Just a few little nibbles. I said nibbles. Tastes like dog biscuits. I have had such a good drift on while I've been dining. I've done 2/10 of a mile. And a bit. So after that fine dining experience, back on the move, just approaching the edge of the Poppletons. There are lots of little stairways down from the bank here. I think it's a heavy fishing area. Couple of hard shell kayaks underneath there. Must be nice to have your own moorings and pontoons, eh? What do you reckon? Anybody envious? See from that train up ahead, we'll be going under a rail bridge soon. In fact, let's get to that bridge. There we go. Big piece this, in fact it's 2 bridges. I think there's a split on this somewhere along the line where it diverges into different areas because, well, you'll see as we go underneath. And now we're actually not too far from the A1237, I think it's called. The ring road around York anyway. I've never really known what that is up there, but I passed it on my bike this morning going in the opposite direction, so it was interesting to see it a bit closer up. But yeah, still don't know what it is. I'll tell you what I have noticed about this Packraft with the bike on the front. When you stop paddling and it spins, at times it feels like it's going to throw you out. Now it's not, but it's just an unfamiliar feeling, and what I'm putting that down to is, normally when you're in a boat like this, a short boat with just you, it spins when you turn it based on where you are. So if you're at the back, the nose spins and you stay pretty much static because you're the central point, the central weight point, the mass in the boat, so it spins around you. With having weight at the front to kind of offset that and create more of a balance, it's spinning more in the middle, and so I'm actually moving an awful lot more when the boat spins. Does that make sense? And that's what creates that kind of feeling that whoa, nothing's going to happen, but it just feels weird. And it's because it's weird, because you're not used to it, that's what makes you feel a bit uncertain sometimes. Anyway, I'm just drifting and rambling. That's a big bugger, isn't it? Morning. That wake. Woo! Bobbing around. Quite a bit of backwash there. Oh, it's my bike. I cycled up to Benningborough from York and paddling back. Yeah, getting a few odd looks today. The bike. It's the bike that's doing it. Not me. Could be me. The eastbound traffic on the ring road's only moving slowly, and up ahead I can see some professionals on the water. Looks like there's two coaching boats out. Probably a bit of training today. Good day for it. Alright. Little river boat. Alright. 50th birthday. Got another one of the bigger cruisers coming, so we're going to get some bigger waves again. Not slowing down this bugger either. I think I'm just going to pull in here because the professionals are coming back and just wait till they've gone by. Give them space. There they come. Quite a bit of traffic on here today. Bound to be getting close to the city. Alright. You can probably hear that wind in the trees here. Quite strong. I passed those two lads that were professionals getting some coaching, so they're going to come past me again. We're not far off New Lane Bridge now, Water Lane Bridge. I've got that wind blowing right at me here. Bit of a bugger. I think if you look on Google Maps, this area here is called Clifton Sands. Yeah, they're not selling it, are they? They're back. They're just going under that bridge I mentioned. Clifton Road Bridge. It's lovely now with the sun out. Not far to go before I'll be getting out. About another couple of miles, I think. Currently done nearly 7. 6.89. Quite nice to just float sometimes. Nice thing about this raft is it's got a great leaning back support. You can just leisure it. Looks lovely, doesn't it? I think this is one of the little hire boats from the city centre moorings. Certainly looks like one. Certainly been driven like one. Alright. I've been watching some of the people that are up on that banking there walking, and I'm actually paddling faster than people are walking in a packraft. Now, unless you're going downhill on white water, that's quite unheard of. I think there's a train about to go overhead. Up on the right here, this is where all those professionals have launched from and landed. A lot livelier here, isn't it? Right, so you see this next bridge? We're going to be getting out just on the left hand side, just a bit further down. And I'll tell you how far I've done today. I'm always amazed by how little weight these things have. Yeah, so nominal. This'll do us. Old man grown. Do us a favour and just press that button. Thank you. Thank you. Right, I'm almost home now. Gotta say, I really love that little Packraft. Thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourselves. Cheerio.